Hey guys, you're watching Boondocking with Dennis. I came over to Goose Island State Park to take a shower because I kind of stink. And the entire wooded area is closed for a few days for repaving. They said at least through Wednesday the 20th and most likely longer. So I had to use a shower in the bayfront area, and it was okay. It was just me, a caterpillar, and a black widow spider. So I ushered out the black widow spider and put the caterpillar in another direction, and then I washed my butt. You want to see that footage? Here you go. No, I'm just kidding. No footage of me washing my butt. Just picture two watermelons with one of those canvases they use to cover the ball field when it rains, and that'll give you a close enough visual. End of the road work. We're leaving the park. We're over here in Lamar, Texas. I was trying to film along the water, W-A-T-E-R, but this time of day I was just battling the sun. And the sun is always going to win. Always. I haven't spotted any deer yet today since I got to Lamar. I've even driven to a few spots where I usually see them, and so far nothing. It's always pretty neat how some days you'll see 30, some days 0. Sometimes it's the anticipation that works out well. Did you guys catch that hummingbird that just flew by? That was neat. I'm not even going to comment on that car pulling out. It's okay. I was going to breakneck 16 miles an hour, so. But just for the record, absolutely nothing behind me. What do we got here? That's a good move. Out riding your bike. There goes another hummingbird. Out riding your bike with bright orange on. Good move. We got a wave. It's going to be a good day. Everything. Sing it with me. Everything gonna be all right this morning. Oh yeah. Woo! We're right over by the big tree, and I have several big tree videos where I walk around it and read the signage. When I first started coming here to this area, there wasn't a fence around the big tree, and they built a beautiful fence around it. It looks like it could be from several hundred years ago, but when I read online, and I don't consider this misinformation, I consider it varied opinions and facts. They have this tree being from 500 years old to over 2,000 years old. That's quite a difference, you know? And I was reading the other day about the Native Americans in the area, including the Karankawa. This was like a sacred meeting place for them. When these live oaks, some of them, and good examples are still out in the wildlife refuge, Aransas National Wildlife Refuge, which is nearby. They have such shade cover that the limbs are almost like a dome. You almost feel like you're in a lodge because the branches and leaves are so thick. So I could see going there for shelter from storms and, blocking the wind and things like that. But apparently there's not a way to date it without injuring the tree. And this tree has taken a beating over the years from various hurricanes. But this solution is so simple. I don't know why no one's thought of it yet. Go back 1,000 years and check the satellite images. And if the tree's there, we know it's 1,000 years old. Then go back 1,500 years. They have all this technology and science, and they just don't use it. Think, U.S. government. Think. You're better than this. Down on St. Charles Bay. I think that's an egret right there. Look how calm the water is. There's a vehicle right to my left that's empty. So I'm assuming they are out kayaking, since I don't see anyone in the area fishing. That land over there is the peninsula. Ooh, look at the water. Maybe we'll see a fish jumping. Saw little ripples in the water. What's going on there? By the way, this is my job. This is what I do all day when I want to. That's where the Aransas National Wildlife Refuge is. Oh, a fish just jumped. I don't know if the camera caught him. It's always just right out of view. Someone's got some sticks set up out there. I guess they got some traps set up. I don't know. I don't know about such things. But it's YouTube, and it doesn't stop me from having an opinion about it. That little dude is an American oyster catcher. That's pretty cool. You know how expensive oysters are? How cool is it that you can just literally go pick them up? Fish are jumping. I don't know what that means. I always think it means they're eluding a predator, an editor. I could use an editor. I do have an editor. Her name is Lisa Richter. You know, I can't think of the name offhand, but I know the gentleman's icon. A few days ago when I showed the dolphin footage, he asked me, do dolphins drink salt water? And I didn't know the answer to that. And my joke comeback was, I have a question about marine biology. I better go ask that homeless guy. So whenever anyone asks me a question like that, I just reply with an icon. It's a laptop. Like, we'll have to look that up. So I looked it up. And the first website said dolphins do not drink salt water. Dolphins get the moisture they need from their prey. Oh, okay. That makes sense. The next website. Dolphins will drink salt water. And then it went back and forth. Like 5 websites said dolphins drink salt water. And then another 5 said dolphins do not drink salt water. So apparently we don't know. And internet, it's okay to say you don't know. But when you start giving old people who live in their trucks different opinions about things, I'll be back to this conversation in a second, guys. Eugene's over here somewhere. Can you see his head? There he is. Good morning, Eugene. I hope you're having a fantastic day in Lamar. Where are you going? You owe me $6. Son of a... I did want to mention that I met Randy last night. I was getting ice. So Randy, it was real nice to meet you. Randy mentioned that he saw me earlier, but I was in the back of the truck and he thought I might be asleep. I was actually cooking dinner, but I really appreciate you being polite, Randy. Oh, he might be busy. I'll leave him alone for now. But seriously, it was really nice to meet you, and I appreciate you watching the channel. Egret. This is a street right outside of Goose Island State Park, Main Street and Bentwood Lane. I've never noticed that sign before. This is usually a good street to spot deer. And if there's no deer, like it appears today, you get to hear some pretty birds and some cool houses with interesting landscape. What is that? Is that an Oriole? Huh. I can only name like 8 birds, but I make sure to name those 8 birds in every video. Any red bird? Look at those cuties. They're cutie pies, by the way. You can Google that. Any red bird is a cardinal. Any green bird is a cardinal. I didn't know that until about 3 years ago, that the female cardinals, the official color is olive blood olive is the color green, they call it. Like, yikes. No deer today. They must be having a meeting somewhere. There's another Eugene with his neck all folded up. And we're right by the boat ramp. So I guess my rant today is, as wonderful as the internet is, because it definitely provides me with a job, the different opinions and information on it can really lead you down the wrong road. And some of it, not even intentionally. Like the dolphins drinking salt water. I'm sure whoever wrote those articles and posted them believes what they wrote. And the same thing about the tree. It's not someone trying to mislead us in any way. It's different opinions. Well, no deer, but lots of birds. Thanks for riding along today, guys. Thanks for watching.